Remove these 7 items from your kitchen. They attract poverty, disease, and misfortune. Have you ever wondered why, despite all your hard work, things just don't seem to go right at home? Do you feel like there's an invisible force at play, one that's draining your energy, blocking your success, and causing a constant sense of instability? What if I told you that the very object sitting in your kitchen could be the source of this negative energy? The truth is, your kitchen is more than just a place to cook. It's the heart of your home, the space that nurtures and nourishes both your body and your soul. And if that space is filled with items that carry negative energy, it can affect every aspect of your life, your finances, your relationships, and even your health. In this video, we'll reveal 7 items in your kitchen that could be attracting poverty, disease, and misfortune. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to remove these energy-draining objects and restore balance, prosperity, and good fortune to your home. Before we dive in, leave a comment below. I am a magnet for positive energy, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Buddhist Wisdom Daily, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on wisdom that can transform your home and life. 1. Cracked or broken dishes. We often overlook small imperfections in the items around us, thinking they're insignificant. But in Feng Shui and Buddhist philosophy, these imperfections can carry heavy symbolism. A cracked bowl, chipped plate, or broken glass are not just damaged objects. They represent imbalance, disruption, and stagnation. These seemingly small imperfections can reflect deeper issues in your life, from unresolved emotional baggage to stagnant financial situations, or even strained relationships. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that all things are impermanent. Nothing lasts forever, not even the dishes in our kitchen. However, when an object like a dish becomes damaged, it can symbolize that something in your life is also broken and needs attention. The Buddha taught us to embrace imperfection, but to also recognize when something is no longer serving its purpose. A broken dish, no matter how small the crack, cannot hold nourishment or positive energy. In the same way, holding on to broken things in your life, whether they are relationships, old habits, or unresolved emotions, can prevent the flow of abundance and happiness. Think of it as a reminder. When you hold on to broken things, you're holding on to broken parts of your life. These fragments of brokenness can slowly chip away at your peace of mind, your finances, and your well-being. The energy of broken objects is heavy and stagnant, and it is only when we let go that we can invite new, positive energy into our lives. So how do you fix this? The next time you open your cupboard, take a look at all the bowls, plates, and glasses. If any of them are cracked or chipped, get rid of them. Holding on to these items is like holding on to difficulty, illness, and stagnation. Replace them with new, whole dishes that reflect prosperity and abundance. A well-maintained kitchen symbolizes a life that is whole, balanced, and full of potential. The act of replacing a cracked dish with one that is whole can be a simple yet powerful way to restore harmony in your life and invite new opportunities for growth. As an old Zen proverb says, when you let go of what no longer serves you, you make room for what will. 2. Broken or unused knives. Knives in Feng Shui symbolize decisiveness, clarity, and the ability to cut through obstacles. But when a knife becomes broken, dull, or neglected, it takes on a completely different energy. Instead of representing strength and wisdom, it symbolizes stagnation, frustration, and division. A sharp knife is a tool that helps us carve out our path, handle challenges with ease, and make quick decisions. But a dull knife, just like unresolved issues in life, becomes ineffective and frustrating. Imagine having a dull knife in your kitchen. It becomes useless for cutting and is a constant reminder of inefficiency. Similarly, if your life is full of unresolved issues or you're not making decisions or taking action, everything feels slow, stuck, and difficult. That's the energy you're inviting into your home by keeping broken knives. In Buddhist philosophy, the act of cutting is often used as a metaphor for wisdom and clarity. Just as a knife cuts through obstacles, wisdom helps us cut through confusion, attachment, and suffering. When a knife is broken or dull, it symbolizes the lack of clarity and decisiveness in our lives, leading to stagnation and frustration. One of the Buddha's teachings is that we must cut through the illusions of the mind to reach enlightenment. The knife in the kitchen can symbolize this very wisdom. It is meant to clear obstacles and pave the way for success. When it is broken or unused, it reflects a lack of decisiveness, and that energy can bleed into all areas of your life, making it harder to move forward. The solution is simple. Take a moment to inspect all the knives in your kitchen. If any are old, chipped, or unused, get rid of them immediately. A sharp knife represents clarity and decisiveness, while a dull knife brings confusion and stagnation. By letting go of broken knives, you're letting go of barriers to your success and inviting fresh, decisive energy into your life. A sharp knife in a well-organized kitchen reflects a life that is clear, determined, and on the right path. As the Buddha wisely said, the path to wisdom is like a sharp sword. Cut away what is unnecessary. 3. Wilted or dead plants. Plants are more than just a decorative touch in our kitchens. They are living symbols of growth, vitality, and prosperity. A healthy, thriving plant helps to balance the energy in your space, purifying the air and promoting a calm, harmonious atmosphere. But what happens when those plants start to wilt or die? The message they send is entirely different, one of depletion, stagnation, and negative energy. In Buddhist philosophy, one of the central teachings is the law of impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, not even the plants in our kitchen. Everything is in a constant state of change. Just as plants go through cycles of growth, blossoming, and eventual decay, all things in life must eventually change. To resist this change, to hold on to something that no longer serves its purpose, is to resist the natural flow of life itself. The Buddha often spoke about attachment, saying that attachment to things, people, or even ideas that no longer serve us is the root cause of suffering. Keeping a dead plant in your kitchen is a symbol of that attachment. It reflects your unwillingness to let go of what is no longer useful or beneficial, whether it's a relationship, a job, or even a mindset. I recall a personal story that aligns with this idea. There was a time when I found myself holding on to a plant in my living room that had long since died. I didn't want to throw it away because it had been a gift from a close friend, and I was attached to the memory it held. But every time I looked at it, I felt a sense of heaviness. It was as though I was holding on to the past, refusing to let go of something that no longer existed. It wasn't just the plant, it was the emotional baggage I was carrying. Once I removed the dead plant and replaced it with a vibrant, healthy one, I felt a shift in my own energy. The space felt lighter, and so did my spirit. This is the lesson we can learn from dead plants. They represent the things in our lives that we hold on to out of attachment, even when they no longer serve us. They symbolize resistance to change and the refusal to embrace new beginnings. In Buddhism, we are taught that in order to experience true peace and fulfillment, we must let go of the past and make space for new growth. Just as we wouldn't keep a dead plant in our kitchen, we must also be willing to let go of the things, relationships, and habits that no longer nourish us. If you notice any dead or dying plants in your kitchen, remove them immediately. Replace them with fresh, thriving plants that symbolize new beginnings and positive energy. Consider plants like snake plants, basil, or lucky bamboo. These plants not only help purify the air, but they also carry positive energy, attracting good fortune and prosperity into your home. A healthy plant in your kitchen serves as a constant reminder of the importance of growth, renewal, and letting go of what no longer serves you. Buddhist teachings remind us that all things are impermanent, and holding on to the past only prevents us from experiencing the fullness of life. As the Buddha wisely said, let go of what no longer serves you, and you will make space for what is meant for you. 4. Expired food. We all know that expired food is a health hazard. It can lead to illness, food poisoning, and discomfort. But in Feng Shui, the significance of expired food goes much deeper. Food in this context is not just something we consume. It represents vitality, abundance, and nourishment. Fresh food symbolizes the continuous flow of positive energy, while expired food represents stagnation, missed opportunities, and the refusal to let go of what has outlived its usefulness. Think about it. When you hold on to expired food, you're clinging to something that no longer has value. It's a sign that you are holding on to outdated ideas, relationships, or habits that are preventing you from moving forward. Just as expired food loses its nourishment, outdated parts of our lives can drain our energy and prevent us from embracing the future. The Buddha often spoke of attachment and the consequences of clinging to things that no longer serve us. We become attached to the past, to the things we've accumulated, even to people or jobs that no longer bring us joy or fulfillment. And just like food that has passed its expiration date, these things no longer nourish us. Instead, they lead to stagnation and depletion. I once met a friend who was struggling in her career and personal life. She realized that she had been holding on to an old business project that had long since expired. The project was no longer relevant, and the energy she had invested in it was wasted. It wasn't until she let go of that old project, much like throwing out expired food, that she felt free to move forward and create something new and meaningful in her life. Just like that expired food in your kitchen, clinging to outdated habits or mindsets will only weigh you down. To restore balance and positive energy in your home and life, you must regularly check your pantry and fridge for expired items. Dispose of anything that is no longer fresh or usable, and replace it with nourishing, wholesome food. By doing so, you are not only clearing space in your kitchen, but you are also clearing space in your life for new opportunities and positive energy to flow freely. This act of cleansing your kitchen is symbolic of cleansing your life. Just as you wouldn't want to consume expired food, you shouldn't hold on to outdated ideas or relationships. Let go of what no longer serves you and make room for new beginnings. As a wise saying from the Buddha goes, when you let go of what is no longer needed, you make space for what will nurture and support your growth. 5. Mirrors. Mirrors are powerful tools. They can brighten a room, expand space, and amplify the energy around them. In fact, mirrors are often used in Feng Shui to reflect light into a dark room, bringing in more clarity and positivity. They help to bring a sense of expansiveness, and they can create an atmosphere of openness. But like any powerful tool, mirrors need to be used with care, especially in your kitchen. In Feng Shui, placing a mirror opposite the stove is considered bad luck. The stove, as you may know, represents the fire element, a powerful symbol of prosperity, warmth, and nourishment. The fire element is associated with abundance and vitality, and the stove is where you prepare the meals that sustain your body and family. However, when a mirror reflects the stove, it doubles the fire energy. This can create an overwhelming amount of heat, tension, and excessive energy in the space, much like a fire that gets out of control. In time, this imbalance can lead to conflict, stress, and disharmony in your home. I remember visiting a friend's house some years ago. She had a mirror directly across from her kitchen stove, thinking it would make her small kitchen appear more spacious. At first, it seemed like a good idea, but soon enough, she began to notice increased tension in her home. Her husband was irritable, and the family often found themselves in heated arguments, especially around mealtime. It was as though the kitchen, once a place of comfort and nourishment, had become an unsettling space. After speaking with a Feng Shui consultant, they realized the mirror was reflecting the stove's fire energy, amplifying the negativity in their home. Once the mirror was removed, the atmosphere gradually shifted and the family's dynamic improved. It's a simple change, yet it made all the difference. Buddhist teachings often tell us that balance is key to a harmonious life. In the same way that we seek balance in our thoughts and actions, our living spaces should also reflect balance. The Buddha taught, "The middle path is the path to peace." In the case of mirrors, balance is necessary. A mirror should not overwhelm or distort the energy of a space. When mirrors reflect negative elements, such as sharp objects, trash bins, or clutter, they amplify those energies. Instead of bringing light and positivity, they perpetuate chaos and disruption. To restore harmony in your kitchen, take a moment to assess where your mirrors are placed. Remove any mirrors that face the stove or reflect negative elements like garbage bins or sharp objects. If you must have a mirror in the kitchen, place it where it doesn't reflect negative energy. Alternatively, you can use natural light, bright colors, or even light-colored curtains to create a spacious, inviting atmosphere, rather than relying on mirrors to expand the space. Remember, balance is what you seek, not just physical space, but emotional and energetic balance as well. 6. Piled up trash. Trash is a powerful symbol, but not in a good way. In Feng Shui, trash represents stagnation, negative energy, and blockages. When you allow trash to accumulate in your kitchen, you're not only creating a hygiene issue, you're blocking the flow of positive energy. You may not realize it, but the clutter in your kitchen can drain your energy, leaving you feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and anxious. The more you accumulate, the more it builds up, not just in your physical space, but in your mental and emotional space as well. The Buddha often spoke about attachment and how clinging to unnecessary things weighs us down. He said, "Let go of the old and make space for the new." In the case of trash, this is a literal and symbolic act of letting go. Holding on to garbage, whether it's in your kitchen or in your life, prevents positive energy from entering. Just like outdated emotions or negative relationships, trash represents what no longer serves you. If you hold on to it, it will continue to accumulate and create a sense of heaviness and stagnation. I've seen this firsthand in many homes. One family I visited had a kitchen that was always cluttered with leftover food, empty boxes, and trash piling up in the corner. The atmosphere felt thick, and conversations often ended in frustration. It wasn't just the physical clutter, it was the emotional clutter, the unresolved issues, and the negative energy. After encouraging them to declutter their space, dispose of old food, and keep their kitchen clean, they immediately noticed a change in the family's dynamic. The house felt lighter, more open, and there was a sense of calm that hadn't been there before. A clean kitchen promotes mental clarity, emotional well-being, and physical health. When you regularly clean up your trash and keep your kitchen tidy, you're not just improving the aesthetics, you're also creating an environment that supports abundance, health, and prosperity. The act of cleaning up your space becomes symbolic of cleaning up your life. It allows you to release what no longer serves you and open up space for new opportunities and positive energy. To keep your kitchen's energy fresh and vibrant, make cleaning up trash a daily habit. Take a few moments every day to dispose of any waste and ensure that your trash bin is clean and covered. You can also neutralize any odors by placing citrus peels, lemongrass, or cinnamon in your trash bin. This simple act of clearing away the old helps to invite in the new, whether it's fresh energy, new opportunities, or a more peaceful atmosphere. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to cleanse the mind and the space. Just as we declutter our thoughts and emotions to create inner peace, we must also declutter our surroundings to invite balance and harmony. A tidy, fresh kitchen will not only improve your energy flow, but will also attract prosperity, health, and positivity into your home. 7. Dark-colored paintings or decorations. Colors are not just an aesthetic choice. They carry energy and influence how we feel, think, and interact with our surroundings. In the kitchen, colors play a particularly important role as they can either foster warmth and nourishment or create a sense of heaviness and discomfort. Dark tones like black, deep gray, or dark brown have a unique ability to absorb energy rather than reflect it. While they may seem sophisticated, these colors can actually make a space feel cold, unwelcoming, and stagnant. In Feng Shui, the kitchen is closely associated with the fire element, which represents warmth, vitality, and abundance. Just as a fire nurtures life and provides nourishment, the kitchen is meant to be a space of positive energy, where families gather, meals are prepared, and love is shared. However, dark colors contradict the fire element. They absorb energy and create emotional detachment. In a kitchen where energy needs to flow freely to nourish both the body and spirit, dark tones can create an environment that feels heavy and restrictive, leading to conflict, tension, and imbalance within the home. I once visited a friend's house where the kitchen was dominated by dark tones, black cabinets, deep gray walls, and heavy dark curtains. At first it seemed modern and chic, but there was something about the space that felt off. Every time we sat down for a meal, the room felt oppressive, like we were surrounded by shadows. The conversations were shorter, and the atmosphere was more tense. After reflecting on the space, I realized that the dark colors were preventing the natural flow of energy. It wasn't just the colors, it was the emotional weight they carried, making the kitchen feel less like a place of nourishment and more like a space of constraint. In Buddhist philosophy, light is often associated with wisdom, enlightenment, and positivity. The Buddha spoke about the importance of clarity and illumination, both mentally and physically. In the same way that we seek light and clarity in our minds, our living spaces should reflect that need for brightness and openness. The Buddha taught, "Let the light of wisdom guide you," and it is this light that we should invite into our homes, especially in the kitchen, which is the heart of the home. The importance of light and warmth is not just symbolic in Buddhist teachings, it is practical. Think of the warmth of a fire in the hearth, or the sun rising over a landscape. These moments bring a sense of peace, connection, and abundance. In contrast, a room filled with dark colors can feel suffocating, draining the positive energy that should naturally flow through the space. If your kitchen is dominated by dark tones, consider repainting it in lighter, warmer colors. Soft yellows, light greens, and creams are excellent choices for a kitchen, as these colors promote warmth, vitality, and abundance, perfectly in alignment with the energy of the fire element. By brightening your kitchen with these colors, you invite an uplifting energy that enhances the atmosphere and creates a space where family members feel comfortable, connected, and nourished. Replacing gloomy artwork with vibrant, positive images can also have a powerful effect. Think about adding vibrant landscapes, symbols of prosperity such as koi fish or bamboo, or even images of healthy food. These visual representations can uplift the energy of the space, making it feel more inviting and prosperous. The energy you put into your home, just like the energy you cultivate in your mind, has a profound impact on the overall atmosphere. Choose colors and decor that reflect the positive intentions you want to manifest in your life. I remember another instance where I helped a family redecorate their kitchen. Their kitchen, once filled with dark furniture and dull colors, felt lifeless and lacked the warmth of a true family gathering space. We replaced the dark cabinetry with light wood tones and painted the walls a soft, warm yellow. We also swapped out heavy dark artwork for cheerful images of nature and abundance. Almost immediately, the energy in the room shifted. The family began to spend more time together in the kitchen, and meals felt lighter and more joyful. The colors and artwork transform the space into a place of nourishment, not just for the body but for the spirit as well. As the ancient saying goes, the light of the sun is always available to us, but we must open the windows to let it in. Similarly, your kitchen can be a beacon of positivity and energy, but you must first remove the blocks that prevent the light from entering. Bright, welcoming colors will allow the energy of the kitchen to flow freely, bringing harmony, happiness, and prosperity into your home. By removing these 7 energy-draining items from your kitchen, you're making space for prosperity, vitality, and harmony to flow into your life. It's not just about decluttering your physical space. It's about creating an environment that nurtures your well-being and attracts good fortune. Remember, your home is a reflection of your inner state, and by clearing away the negative energy, you're inviting positive change into every aspect of your life. Take action today. Look around your kitchen and remove what no longer serves you. Replace broken, unused, or outdated items with fresh, vibrant alternatives. Clear away the clutter and create a space that nurtures growth, harmony, and abundance. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. I am a magnet for good fortune, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Buddhist Wisdom Daily, and turn on the notification bell for more wisdom on how to transform your life and home.